What's good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Smoking and Grilling. And today I'm getting ready to show you guys how to make the perfect restaurant style steak. No matter how thick it is, hey, I'm gonna just show you so you ain't gotta be nervous no more. Listen, they used to scare me myself, right? But I use a couple little tools to just like take the mystery out of the whole thing, you know? So look, it's super simple. I'm gonna show you two different types of the cut of the meat. Listen, we're gonna do a filet mignon, and then we're gonna do a prime. Listen, that's a prime ribeye. You know, nice, personal. It's gonna be nice and intimate. So listen, if you guys are looking to do something, you know, for this upcoming holiday, for Valentine's Day, and you wanna keep it under your own roof, not get out there into that crowd with that hustle and bustle, get ready to show you how to make it happen, folks. So let's get right into it. Okay, now look, we got the meat, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen, that's nothing but 5 things that's gonna make this happen. I want you guys to look. I'm gonna take my finger, I'm not even gonna do no measurement, so you guys can just see just how thick that meat is, right? Even with this one right here. I'll pick it up right now and just show you. You know what I mean? Let's let it focus. You know what I mean? You can see. So listen, this can be a little bit intimidating, right? And then here, this is the filet mignon. And I probably should have said right now, this is the prime ribeye, a nice custom cut. Listen, look at that right there. Look at the marbling. That's what you guys want to use. I mean, you want to have. Look, the more marbling you get, the more flavor, because you know that fat equals flavor, right? So we got that there. Now, over here, I'm gonna have kosher salt. This is my my pepper grinder right here. And then we got extra virgin olive oil, and we got butter. That's it. Now the rest of these are just more so like tools. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash my hands, I'm gonna put my gloves on, and then we're gonna go over these tools, and then I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna be doing it in my cast iron skillet. Now, before I put these gloves on, let me just show you this. I'm gonna be using my meat stick. Listen, this right here has taken the guesswork out of everything. If you guys can get one, I'll leave a description and a link down in the #1 comment so you guys can check it out. This right here, I don't care if this meat was 5 inches deep, you know, thick. When you have one of these, listen, it takes the guesswork out. I'm gonna show you guys how that works also. Now listen, I understand that everybody's not gonna have a meat stick, right? That's just, when I stand behind and I find something that I like, you know, I tell you guys, I don't get nothing from them. They sent it out to me for free and I don't use nothing else. This might be something more like what everybody has at the house right here, an instant read. You're gonna have to figure out. So having one of these is gonna have to help you, because you need to put this in the center, because you want to achieve whatever type of, like say you want medium well, you know what, if you're trying to get 135 degrees, how are you gonna know? By just, right? So you're gonna have to get yourself something like this. These are inexpensive, you know what I mean? Like I say, I'll put both of these links in the description box below, but I have never ever had an issue, 100% success rate using one of these meat sticks. All right, so, okay, I got my knife, and then I got a, you know, twine. That's why you guys see the scissors. And just for the fact that I'm gonna be using these in just a minute, because I'm gonna be doing a lobster. So listen, it's gonna be about the presentation and putting it out nice, right? So let me just change, and let me move this over here like this, so you guys can see. I got this rectangular plate right here. So look, we can put a lobster tail here, you know, all done up nice, and then we can put either that filet mignon or that ribeye right there. Super easy, looks good. Hey, listen, it screams you a professional. And other than that, I'm just gonna show you just how easy it is. So, first thing I'm gonna do is, oh, let me just show you this too. And here's my cast iron skillet. What I'm getting ready to do is, look, this is key. Let me start, I should have said this from the beginning. Your meat has to be room temperature, right? So this has been out for at least 25 minutes. You want the center and everything to be as close to room temperature as possible, right? So when we put it on the cast iron, right, it's gonna be hot, so it's gonna rise up. If it's cold, you're gonna cook the outside too much and you're not gonna get what you want. If you wanna have a foolproof, you know, method, this or this, you check the center. Now, what I'm getting ready to do is right now, I'm finna take this and I'm finna preheat this, meaning I'm getting ready to put some heat in this. I like to put this on medium heat and get the whole cast iron going. And then once I got this ready to go, I turn my cast iron up to about 450 degrees, you know what I mean? So I can get that hot surface. And then what we do is we sear this. We're gonna sear both sides and some of the edges also. I just put my cast iron skillet on the stove, right? So I can start bringing up heat and getting that done. And now is the time that you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, you know, so we want to get that going. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is, I've already cut my twine, right? So this is the filet mignon. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna just take this. I would tie it twice, but I'm gonna just tie it once. What you wanna do is just tie it. Just get it right here in the middle. I'm not doing no trimming or nothing like that. What you just wanna do is get it where it's nice, it looks nice, nice presentable, and so that it doesn't come loose, you know, once it's all cooked, and it'll keep this form, right? So that's good right there. I'll take these. And we'll cut that. Got my extra virgin olive oil, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit here. You only need a little bit, and a little bit there, right? Use this hand right here. And you just want to get it, you know, coated. What this is gonna be your binder, you know, so that you can go ahead and put your salt and your pepper on, and then everything, you know, stick to it, that's all. What you wanna do is, you wanna sprinkle a little salt on it. And I'm using kosher salt, by the way. Listen, these are thick pieces of meat. Thick meat likes to have a lot of salt. No worries, it's not gonna taste salty or nothing like that. You just put this on here, and don't forget, as we have our cast iron skillet, you know, as that's coming up to temp, we're gonna let this just rest on top of here and let it, you know, penetrate this meat. You wanna talk about flavor, and we're gonna achieve it just like the restaurants. That's why we're gonna go inside of the oven. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my pepper grinder. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna let that just sit like that. And then when it comes time, after I put it onto the cast iron skillet, we're gonna flip it over, and then we'll add pepper to the other side. Now, what I did was I brought my cast iron skillet over here to my induction top. I got it set at 450 degrees. Listen, this is how I know when it's ready. You can see right now, see that smoke? That's what you wanna see. You want it to be hot, because our objective is to take our meat, when we put it on here, we want it to sear. All we're gonna do is sear it on both sides. Once we get that crust and everything is nice, then we're gonna insert our meat stick in each one of these, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. How do we know when it's ready? I'm gonna just show you a trick. Now, I'm gonna take this, right? And we're just gonna put it down right here. Make sure it's flat. Then we're gonna do the same with the filet mignon. Now, I'm not gonna add any olive oil into it until after I flip it. Once I get ready to flip it, then I'll do that so that it can brown the other side also. But right now, I don't use it. We're just gonna leave it like it is, and we're just gonna get that nice crust. Now, the trick is, when you go to move these, right? When you go to move it, it's gonna feel like it's stuck. If it does, that means it's not ready. But once it's fully seared, it moves really easy. So once I touch it and move it a little bit, it'll just, you know, slide. So that's what we're waiting on. That usually takes, at about 450 degrees, that's gonna take about 2 minutes. Now, it's been 2 minutes. What I'm gonna do is, look, so you guys can see. We'll start with the filet mignon, look. You see it didn't have any resistance, so it's ready to be flipped. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm gonna just take it like this. We're just gonna do that. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. A little olive oil. And then I'm gonna add about a tablespoon and a half of butter. So what you wanna do is also you wanna get yourself a spoon, right? Just take a little bit. I put a little bit on the top just to keep it nice and moist. But we going in the oven, that's why I'm doing this. I know you guys seen people, they put thyme, rosemary, whatever they would like on here also. But I'm just showing you the basics right here, and I like the taste of this filet mignon. So if you guys didn't know, this filet mignon is for me. Now, after it's been seared, you know, for 2 minutes on each side, what you want to do is you want to render down the fat on the edges, right? So you just want to do all 4 edges just by turning it just the way I show you. Then I'm going to take my meat stick, And look, I'm gonna do it like this so you guys can see. You don't wanna mess up and break our tie, right? So we're just gonna put it in this way. I kinda like twist it. And we don't wanna come out the other way. We just wanna come all the way to as far as we can get it. We're gonna do the same thing for the ribeye. And we just leave it like that. Now, what we do is we'll take it. There it is, we're gonna put it in the oven. Remember, we had 375. I got my and look, you can see it right here. You see the difference in the top one right here? This first one right here, that's the filet mignon, and this one right here, that's the ribeye, which is a smaller piece of meat. So look, I'm looking for 125. Once I get to, let's go to 128. When we get to 128, we're gonna take whatever one it is out first, and then we're gonna let it rest. Because we're gonna look for the ultimate temperature is 135. Now, let me see if it'll get it to focus. You can see the difference in temperature, right? The thicker piece right here, look, it's only at 106. The ribeye, which was not as thick, right, is at 126 right now. It's gonna give me an early warning at 128. Then I'm getting ready to go ahead and start pulling it out, and it's gonna rise. We're looking for 135 because I'm looking for medium rare. And then we'll leave the filet mignon in the inside, and we'll let that go till it reaches the temperature of 128. What I'll do is now, let's go ahead and put this Insta-Read in here. We'll go to the center, the thick part, 136. That's not bad. That's after resting about 4 or 5 minutes. You know, so we wanted to get 137. It is 137.1. Hey, that's perfect. Now we'll just take this out. We'll continue to let it rest, and then we're gonna cut it. So now that I'm getting ready to cut this is the ribeye steak. So what you guys don't know is this was like a request, right? And a perfect opportunity for me to show you guys what it looks like. So this one right here was done to 145. This is the ribeye steak. And as you can see, when you cut on the outer edge, it's more so like a medium well, right? But if you see when we get towards the center, look at those pieces right there, that's a medium. And they don't like to eat their meat, you know, when it's, you know, red like that medium rare. So this was a perfect opportunity again for me to show you. And look at the juice right there. You know what? Just do not overcook your steaks, you guys. Now, when we move over here to this filet mignon, this right here is medium rare. Listen, this is a nice cut of beef right here. I can just tell you, listen, hands down, you guys got to try it. And I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below, you know, have you had your meat this way? Will you try it? And how do you like your meat, you know, overall? And you see that glass of wine right there? Don't forget, it's Valentine's Day. It's coming. So let's go ahead and get it, y'all. So tell me what you guys think about this one here. You know what? It's super easy. And if you guys got the right tools, it takes the guesswork and trying to figure out, is my meat quite the way I would like it to be? Now, I just want to say this. Listen, I like my meat, and listen, I like it to have a little red. I know a lot of people don't, right? So what you can do is, I said it earlier, what you can do is, you can just go ahead and heat up that cast iron skillet, and then just each individual slice, just lay them down flat, and then, you know, cook them to the way you like them. But I would just say this, if you have never ever had your meat made medium rare, at least give it a try. I know it's a lot of mental, a lot of people say they can't eat it that way, but since I've had mine like that, I can't go back to just straight brown meat. Hey, but with that being said, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And you know how I'm about to get out of here for all you guys that's been here with me. Peace.